Welcome to Joseph's Tropical Tanks. If you're new to the channel, please do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, notification bell, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Today we have something amazing for you. We went from a 125 gallon saltwater tank back to a 125 gallon cichlid tank. Please do me a favor, continue watching the video. Let me know what you guys think, and if you have any suggestions for us, don't forget to comment them. I do my best to reply to all of our comments here on YouTube. So without further ado, let's get inside of today's video. Now that we have our tank completely empty, let's start getting the tank ready for the 125 gallon cichlid tank. What I did was we went to our local Walmart and we did pick up some of this greenery, which we will be gluing on the 3D background to cover all of the seams and also the top of the aquarium. This to have everything more in a full finish, and also to give some texturing to the tank to have it make it look more natural. Okay guys, this is round 2 on our 3D background. We had some problems with the other one. I don't know if it was the coating that I added that made it so loose. We're still actually going to add some here just to cover this. I just got to add a second piece of foam, which I will be doing in a little bit. But from the first part, I'm going to add some texturing to this and then give it the first coat of this here. There's an old background there that we have to remove. So I will be mixing this quick concrete and getting our first coat. Adding some design. The rock. Yeah, but you just gotta get us some water.
Yep. Why make it worse? There.
In this clip here, we are finished painting the background with red, and after that I will be sprinkling it with some raw concrete just to give it more of a natural color instead of this bright red color. Now after I did paint it, I did add 2 cans of a clear flex seal to make it all seal and safe for the tank. Okay everyone, the water is cloudy, which the water was super clear in the cichlid tank. And let me explain to you guys what I did. I took the sponge filters, which is there, I disconnected them, but I squeezed both of them in. So these filters here, which will be connected to the 125 gallon, could jump start. Now, so at 48 hours of the background being glued to the back of the aquarium, we are starting to add the water. Now, this is the most crucial part, because in our other background that we did before, it did not last. As soon as we filled it up with water, it started caving up to the top and just broke in several pieces. So we did give this about 48 hours of drying. We are adding the water And at the halfway mark, guys, what I do is I stopped adding water, and then we start adding the sand to the bottom, which the sand will also play to hold the background in place. Now, after about 24 hours of having the water inside of the tank, what I do is I get our cycled filters and sponge filter, and I do add it to the tank. That way we can lower the pH and get the water parameters a lot lower, because I know right now at this point they're very high because of the concrete and some of the other things that we added inside of the tank. I did do about a 60-gallon water change, and then I added some fresh water and just allowed the filters to go ahead and to clean out the tank the best way possible. And as you guys can see, the sponge filter there is running as well, just to help out. Now, a good friend of mine, Eric from Majestic Cichlids, did tell me to add a few fish before adding the rest of the fish, just to see how those cheaper fish do before we add our cichlids. I did do that, and about 8 or 9 hours later, we did add the rest of the fish, because we were able to see the activity from these fish here. So we do want to thank our friend Eric for helping us out there and just giving us that great pointer. Another friend that did help us a lot through this whole process was Marco Isidori. Marco, thank you very much for taking your time and explaining everything that we need to do. You really did help me out a lot, with this whole entire process. We want to thank you again, Marco, because we know that you are, when it comes up to the cichlids and aquariums, you are the best guy to run to for help. And as you guys can see, we have all our fish inside of the tank, and it is looking amazing. I still cannot believe that it came out this well for about $75, guys. I do recommend, if you have a tank and you haven't did a 3D background, guys, it does make a huge difference inside of the tank. As you guys could see, I mean, it looks like this was purchased when it just cost about $75 to do. I will keep all of you posted in upcoming videos on stuff that we do add to the tank to make it look better. And also some of the other fish that we're going to add. I do know that we do have a pair of cichlids that are starting to breed, and we are going to keep our 65-gallon tank running for any time the cichlids are holding. We will transfer them to the 65-gallon tank, and as soon as the cichlids get bigger, we will add them back to the 125. Now, I could honestly say, guys, being in boat hobby, salt and fresh, I did run back to the freshwater hobby. I don't see the channel going back to any saltwater tanks. It was a fun hobby, but we do prefer freshwater fish versus saltwater. I do want to thank every one of you guys for watching, and we will keep you guys updated as we move on forward with our new 125 cichlid tank, and I'll keep you guys updated. Thank you guys very much for watching, and we will see you next time on Joseph's Tropical Tanks. Have a blessed day, everyone.